An Antiques Roadshow guest was lost for words at the four-figure value of a brooch, after a jeweler attempted to purchase the item for just £50. An Antiques Roadshow guest automatically covered her mouth as the true value of a brooch, which was initially thought to be costume jewelry, was discovered. Expert Susan Rumfiet, among other specialists, travelled to Thurlaston Castle in the Scottish Borders to meet with guests to film for the hit BBC daytime series. Kicking off another appraisal, Susan began, "Got this gorgeous brooch here, how did you acquire it?" "Charity shop, in with a lot of other costume jewelry, and it just didn't feel like costume jewelry," the owner explained. When asked what costume jewelry felt like, the guest stated, "Very light," which Susan agreed with. She then queried if the owner wore the brooch, which she didn't, elaborating, "The clasp was broken when I bought it." The guest continued, "And I took that to a little jeweler's and asked if he'd mend the clasp, and he did, and I asked if it was worth anything and he said, 'Not really. But if you're selling it, I'll buy it for £50. And I thought, well, if he wants to buy it for £50, it's probably worth a little bit more." Rumfiet stated there was a lot of hidden meaning within the item, as the sapphires represent devotion and diamonds are a sign of everlasting, eternal love. "So you've got a very devotional and romantic piece of jewelry, but you may have noticed as well that the mounts are two entwined hearts," Susan stated. She then suggested that it could have been a marriage gift by the betrothed, before sharing that it was from around 1870, with the guest exclaiming, "Oh wow." Susan went on to describe, "It's mounted in gold at the back. The brooch pin is gold, that gives it nice strength, and then around the top you've got silver to give some brightness to the stones as well. I've had a good look at the brooch and unfortunately, there isn't a maker's mark on it. But during the 19th century, it wasn't essential to mark jewelry. It was in a box of costume jewelry, and how much did you pay for that?" the expert asked as the guest shared she had purchased it for just £2.50. Concluding her appraisal, Susan said, "So, as far as value's concerned, it's got everything going for it. If it came up for auction, I think we'd be looking at an estimate of £2,000 to £3,000. The guest's body jolted upon hearing the value, unable to say anything else but, "Oh my goodness. Oh." She covered her mouth, looking at the onlookers as she said once more, "Oh my goodness." Later in a confessional, the guest shared, "I just wasn't expecting that. Not at all. Maybe £100, £200 because I've had it a while, but never in the thousands."